Hey everyone, I'm Nido King and welcome back for the finale of Goblins 2. Last time, we brought the prince home, but he was possessed by a demon, and when we exorcised it, it kidnapped him and disappeared into that pipe on the left. I don't even know where the heck he went, but perhaps our wizard friend can help us.
So, now the kid has disappeared without a trace.
Just follow him, Superman. He's in the land of gloom and doom now.
The land of gloom and doom? Well, I guess it's not exactly Deathland, but we're gonna need more to go on than that.
Now, noble magician, what can we do? I have here some magic water. If you heat it, it will open every door.
Alright, so we need magic door-opening water. Unfortunately, there isn't any here in the lab. None of these bottles are anything significant. And we've just got the empty mug. I can't even persuade him to give us a refill. Alright, well that was a thing. Wasn't door-opening water, though. So, we're gonna have to take the only thing that is actually available here. There's a pencil up in the corner. And then we'll need a suitable surface to write on. This picture looks good. But it'll look better with a funny mustache. Well, I've been playing enough Breath of the Wild recently to know that when somebody throws a boomerang at you, you need to grab it. Alas, Fingus won't bounce on the armchair, which is what's required to grab that boomerang. So we'll just have to switch places. At least Fingus does have a prankish mind. And now he can't stop us from drawing on his portrait. But we're not going to do that. We have everything that we need to grab that toothpick now. And yeah, this is building up to something. There's just not really enough comprehensive clues to do anything but go through all the motions. So we have a toothpick. Otherwise known as the first weapon you get in Breath of the Wild. And there aren't really a whole lot of teeth in here to pick. There's just that skull in the middle. Yeah, I don't know why Fingus doesn't know how to use a toothpick either. Winkle can figure it out, though. And alright, we've got the magic water. In a puddle on the floor. Which we need to find a way to soak up. Can the wizard help us now?
So, now the kid has disappeared without a trace.
Just follow him, Superman. He's in the land of gloom and doom now.
Well, perhaps I can persuade him by scraping a pencil across that chalkboard behind him. No, but he does erase it with a sponge, which would be very useful to us if we could figure out how to get it from him. Really, all you need to do is keep drawing on it and pissing him off more and more. And finally, he'll just throw the sponge at us. I think that's kind of a European tradition, throwing erasers at troublesome students. And we now have a sponge filled with the magic water. So all we need to do, like he said, is heat it up. And the pipe is both the door to the land of gloom and doom, and a handy source of heat. So we blow on the embers a bit. And voila! The door has opened. And here we are, the land of gloom and doom, and Amoniak holding our prince hostage once again. Let's see whether we can rescue him.
Hold it, demon! Give us back the prince!
Never. It's your fault I'm in here in the kingdom of gloom and doom.
Well, that clearly didn't work. Well, talk to him.
Hey, ugly. You don't have it as good as up in the castle, do you? You just wait till I catch you. You little creep.
Alright, so neither character can do anything to the demon. It's honestly really hard to get started here because the thing that's at the center of all the puzzles is this spot, which doesn't stand out unless you actually highlight it. When you jump from there, it launches an eyeball, which lands on top of that hole on the left side. But for now, it's the upward movement of the eyeball that's important. We need Fingus to stand on it, while Winkle jumps off that spot up above. Wait, Fingus, you're not standing in the right spot. I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing. Let's try this again. And that puts Fingus into position to grab this mouse. We're going to need that shortly, and we're also going to need Fingus to find his way back down. The other thing that we can interact with immediately is this puddle of mud over in the center of the screen. With a hungry crocodile living in it. Although, fortunately, he doesn't like the taste of our characters. Now, the thing we can do here is lure the crocodile out by dangling the mouse over it. But it doesn't really stay up for very long, so we've got to be quick. We've also got to notice that for some reason, after using the mouse on the mud, the game takes it out of our active item slot and puts it back in the inventory. So every time I've got to go back to the inventory and select the mouse again. We stand on the crocodile's head, and Amoniak puts his hand out. So quickly, we can drop a tooth on him. And that saves the prince. But that darn kidnapping demon comes right back. So there's one more step to this puzzle. We're going to need to rescue the prince and find a way to keep him rescued. Fortunately, it should be pretty obvious by now what that is. And this is one of those cases where Winkle does all the work. When the demon pops up, we just pound him with an eyeball. And the prince is free. Completely free. And he doesn't seem to be able to get up to where Amoniak is. Probably for the best, but we can have the other characters go and taunt Amoniak. They will eventually get unstuck and find their way over there.
It's been a real pleasure, Slimeball, but we have to go. Oh, so you're off, eh? Think again. You're stuck here forever, like me.
I guess he does have a good point. We didn't really come up with an exit strategy. Or any kind of exit for that matter.
Bye now! We've rescued the prince! See you later! We have to hurry!
You think you can escape from here? Not a chance. That's my final revenge.
So his final revenge isn't twisting us into a pretzel? Anyway, if there's no exit, we're gonna have to make one. And we've got a pencil, as well as a surface to write on. Unfortunately, writing doesn't seem to last long here. I don't really know why. The game doesn't quite explain what's going on here. So there's a bit of additional manipulation we need to do. We need the water that opens every door to open our door. And again, not taking the time to figure out every step of the puzzle by experimentation, launching the prince from the eyeball will have him land on that sponge, releasing the water onto the rock, which will allow us to hold the door open. We just have to do all these things within a very short time. So we draw the door, and Winkle is the only person unoccupied enough to open it. And that's it. We've escaped the kingdom of Gloom and Doom and completed the game. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. I don't even know what's going on here. But they seem happy, so I guess it's all okay. And I'll see you all next time for Goblins 3. So we're gonna have to take the only thing that is actually available here. There's a pencil up in the corner. And then we'll need a suitable surface to write on. This picture looks good. But it'll look... And we've just got the empty mug. I can't even persuade him to give us a refill. Alright, well that was a thing. Wasn't door-opening water, though. Help us.
So, now the kid has disappeared without a trace.
Oh, just follow him, Superman. He's in the land of Gloom and Doom now.
The land of Gloom and Doom? Well, I guess it's not exactly Deathland, but we're gonna need more to go on than that.
Now, noble magician, what can we do? I have here some magic water. If you heat it, it will open every door.
Alright, so we need magic door opening water. Unfortunately, there isn't any here in the lab. None of these bottles are anything significant. Hey everyone, I'm Nido King and welcome back for the finale of Goblins 2. Last time, we brought the prince home, but he was possessed by a demon, and when we exorcised it, it kidnapped him and disappeared into that pipe on the left. I don't even know where the heck he went, but perhaps our wizard friend can help.